Hi there, sign of Virgo. This is Kim here to give you your next 3-day messages, what your spirit guides and your angels want you to know. Let's see. Hope you guys are doing well today. Thank you for joining me. All right. We have for Virgo, what message do you want them to know about? Whoa. It's rising from the ashes like a phoenix. Nonetheless, there's something here that is, well, it's going to be a distant memory. Only that is what it will be. Some sort of major ending that you are having or you're going through. This represents our past, represents past memories. Even our ancestors could be coming through actually with this card. But you rose from this, and now you have the Sun Splendor, one of the best cards, one of the best ones in this deck. Kim Krans Alchemy deck. Let's go to this Sun Splendor. So something is done, and it will be a memory. It will just be a memory. You're going into a new phase. This is going to be something really great. The Sun Splendor says abundance, generosity, health. It has long-term effects of its radiance. So that's kind of what makes it a little bit different than just the sun energy, is that something here that is going to last a long time and stick around. And could be a new relationship coming in here, because you do have these two like lovers energy here. Okay. So this is awesome. Divine masculine energy with the sun. It's a good, happy new experience. Let's see what this experience is about. Could be a new relationship. Could be a new job, a start to a career, or something. It's a pathway that opens up that has long-term, lasting, emotional happiness tied to it. So what else? So, the Pulp Tarot by Todd Alcott. Ace of Swords. Yes. The Ace of Swords. Ace of Swords is your gift from the universe. Really, it's a gift. It can be an intellectual gift or some type of communication for you here. It says you're channeling with divine force. Channeling with divine force. So something in here. Tell me about what they're channeling, what the information is, what the communication is. You're channeling with divine. If you're doing something, if you have a project or even a book you're writing or channeling, then this is your weapon. It's your truth, your words, your truth, your weapon. Something is definitely changing for you in the best way possible in transition to, it looks like maybe a work change or situation like that. You even have, wow, I keep going. I'm going to stop. But we even have the King of Swords underneath that. Like, it just keeps getting better with these energies. So that's kind of the message, is that something is just going to keep on getting better. Your Eight of Pentacles has to do with work, something that you are masterful at doing already. It's going to be like a skill, a talent, an ability that you have. And from out of nowhere, it appears the universe is also gifting you with a financial blessing, a pathway, something that is going to give you a lot of wealth and riches. And this is your new season with the Wheel of Fortune. It is your new season. It is a time for good things. It's the wheel goes around. Sometimes we're on the bottom and sometimes we're on the top, right? I see this as you being on the top, and you are deserving of it. You are confident, you're bold, you're willing to put yourself out there in the fire because you know you're not going to get burned. This also has the Queen of Wands. Not only is she, which there's no gender that's going to apply to you, male or female, but, okay, a little interjection there. She is also got this black cat around her, so this is the psychism coming out. So you have psychic gifts and abilities. So what's neat about that is like you are putting yourself back out there in some way, or putting yourself out there, whether it be relationship, then it's a stable one that's coming in. It looks to be like it's tied to your work, career, or purpose. Yeah, and you're attracting that. But that spiritual gift is interesting because their Page of Wands has a different meaning to it than, you know, normal tarot decks. This Page of Wands is specifically talking about a spiritual gift or ability that is coming your way. So this inspiration, this passion, it's not coming from outside of you. It's coming from within you. So what's interesting is my next lineup of readings that I want to do for everybody is going to be focused solely on your spiritual gifts that are coming in. So be on the lookout for that. If that interests you and you haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe so that you get notified when that reading comes out. But it will be the next set that I do focused on spiritual gifts and abilities coming in and ascension. So this is a rebirth in your life here with Judgment. Spirit has rung an alarm clock, you could say an alarm clock, so that you can be woke up to either a new way of experiencing life, a new path on your life, usually associated with a big decision here. So let's get a little bit more clarification. I feel like I've just run through this pretty quickly, and I usually don't. I'm usually kind of slow with my readings. So let's see. Let's get some clarification on what each of these can mean specifically for you viewing this. A decision, a choice or a decision has to do with this Eight of Pentacles. Real quick, because I am learning this version or this deck's version of things, this Eight of Pentacles, I want to take a look at a little bit more closely. And she is covered up, believe it or not. She's just in a different type of position, but she is covered up. Or she's covering herself up. Thank goodness. Eight of Pentacles is about learning a trade, developing a skill, or finding your place in the world. Okay, it's a little different than how I would describe it. To me, this is already an established mastery of some sort of skill, but okay, but we'll just listen to what they say, I guess. It seems that you will go from destitution to great wealth. Wow. Yeah, there could be a newly developed artistic style. It says the hard work is going to pay off. The hard work will pay off. So I think it's in the process of already paying off. Maybe this is an offer or something. Clarify Eight of Pentacles. Because I always get the message of mastery when I think of Eight of Pentacles. Change. Knight of Swords. It's about changes. And this is another Todd Alcott deck because I love his decks. That's the Pulp Tarot, and this one is Sci-Fi Tarot. So, fast thinking action. It says the world needs a warrior, and he stepped into the breach. The Knight of Swords is about focus. So, there could be something here where they're saying, you know, the more focus you have on this trade or the skill or ability, even if you are learning, especially if you are learning a new skill or an ability here, your focus is going to get you where you need to go. What about the Ace of Pentacles? The opportunity. The Ace of Wands too. And the Ten of Pentacles on the bottom. Oh my gosh. Wow. Not only are you going to find this experience to be really rewarding financially, there's so much truth here. That's just like truth here. This is also going to feel passionate or be a path where you're inspired. you may be inspired to actually work. You know, they say, what they say, a man that loves his, who loves his job doesn't have to work a day in his life. That's what this feels like. Wow. So Wheel of Fortune, about the new season, the new cycle. So, you know, this is a general reading, but this ace, this can be passion in work, and it can be passion in romance too. And holy crap, you keep, and this 10 of Pentacles is still on the bottom of the deck. You have another Ace of Pentacles. Oh my gosh. Who wouldn't want to be a Virgo right about now? I would, for sure. Literally says on the card, it came from nowhere and it changed everything. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. I think you get the best reading I've done in at least a month. At least a month for people. All because you're brave and you're confident. You're putting yourself out there. Man, if I have ever seen something that represented the rightful divine inheritance coming through, and, you know, the meek shall inherit the earth. It's this. It's where somebody's going from something that did not flourish or that ended to the wealth transfer is here, and it's yours. And he's even drawing or painting a lot of pentacles too. I just see pentacles everywhere. Wow. What about this Queen of Wands for Virgo? Jeez, Virgo. If you feel like you need a private reading to find out more about what these opportunities are, I do offer pre-recorded readings, and the links are in the description box below. Thank you guys for the people who have already reached out for one. I appreciate you all, but let's get something on Queen of Wands, please. Your strategy. Your strategy also, let me tell you, in his deck, see, this is about keeping your cards close to your chest, not letting everybody know that your strategy. There is, in his deck, guidebook, it talks about being slightly fearful that somebody is wanting to take or steal an idea of yours. So I see this as like a creative strategy that Spirit is saying, keep this to yourself, especially if it involves like you ending something, if it's a career or even heck, even a relationship. There's something about your planning, keeping your strategy to yourself until something is implemented. Tell me about Judgment. The Hermit. Alone among the stars. The Hermit is reflection. It could be that you had alone time with yourself in hermit mode. This is when you reflected and got your answer. Received a wake-up call from Spirit. This needs to change, or I must move in a different direction. Something in my life is going in a different direction. This is your journey and yours alone. So, it says alone amongst the stars too. Interesting. It's about your path. And this is a spirit-led path. A divine plan. A divine path. Tell me about this spirit gift, and I will also say this next reading for you all will be on spiritual gifts. The Knight of Cups. Oh my gosh. And then the Death card on the bottom. And the Death card represents this ending, this closing of the door, and ultimately transformation and so many opportunities. I can't even count them all. I can tell you with us ending on the Knight of Cups, it's going to be dreamy. It's going to come from nowhere. Like you do not see this good of a thing coming in. And this can be about romance. It can be about business. It can be about just your, if you have an everyday, I'm retired kind of life, then it can be about something that enhances the quality of your life. This can even represent travel of some sort. So either way, it is tapping into your dreams. Wow. And it's progress. And we have so many aces here. It's crazy. Goodness. What a good reading for Virgo. I'm not even I'm not going to push it to be long or anything because this is like all you need to know. I mean, I know I do next 3 days, but I would say that you, at least within the next month, these things are going to be coming, these opportunities. You need to be concentrating right now on your sun's splendor, on the best possible thing to happen to you. You know, we don't see the tower here. It could very well be that there's towers everywhere else except for where you're at right now, right? Except for where you're going. You could be the exception here in a situation. So, wow. Hands down, best reading. Best reading I've seen in a long time. Whoa. I was about to say the person of earth, which is you anyway, right, Virgo? But this is a wealthy individual, is what I was going to say. A wealthy, prosperous individual. And then you get the mother lode, which is my millionaire, billionaire card. If you have been pulled to this reading or drawn to the frequency in it, you're in alignment for some major, major wealth. You're going to think, like I said, divine inheritance. You have hit the jackpot. This is prosperity, jackpot, success, good fortune, having plenty, sudden wealth. You're the money maker, fortune and prime source, provider, caretaker, grounded. I mean, you guys, I don't even want to go any further. I don't want to pull anything else. I think this is pure magic, and I love this reading for you. So keep on being determined, focused, and you're going to be amazed at what's ahead for you. I have a feeling. Oh, sending you love and light. That was terrific. Bye.